up, good people? It's Eric Taylor, Big E Astrology, back with another. The music wants to come back on. Back with another amazing podcast, episode 267. And tonight I have a very special guest. She has written a wonderful ebook that you can download on her website. She has a special course to action that she will share with you and explain to you. She's an intuitive energy healing. She's going to do some live energy readings and clearings for us and lead us out with an amazing meditation. I present to you Miss Joy Baker. How are you tonight, Joy?
Great, Eric. It's so awesome being on your show. And I love the way you started it there. I mean, what great energy. I was like, oh my gosh, talk about getting somebody wakened and yeah, connected. That was awesome.
Well, thank you. And you know what? To me, I'm a native New Yorker, so I got to bring the hip hop and the music and the fun and my heart. And of course, I got to tell everybody right off the bat, this blows me away. Um, Joy and I are both Virgos, but that's not enough, you guys. Joy's father is an Aries, just like mine was, and Joy's mother was a Taurus, just like mine. So that right there, my friend, is just like you're just like tickling my heart right off the bat. I think that's so amazing. So I want to start off with intuitive energy healer. When did this come about? And what does that mean in the eyes of Joy Baker?
Looking now that I've been on the path for, a few decades, looking back, I can see I had this gift when I was really, really young. It also got covered up, just numbed out really at probably it started around, I'm getting around 3 years old. And I discovered it as I was on the path. The specialty that I do is going deep into the unconscious conditioning and identifying emotional frequencies that are keeping people stuck. And then we go from there.
Mm.
And that's the real, it's emotional frequencies that, I love to work with. And yeah, looking back, I believe I had this as a kid, but it was so not allowed in my family that I just completely shut down. You asked me the other day, did I always stay open or shut down? And I completely shut down. I went completely numb. My eyes were blank. I had no idea what feelings were. I remember a first coach I ever worked with about 30 years ago talking to me about feelings. And I had no idea, like feelings or emotions. What do you mean? She had to actually show me a sheet with a list of positive emotions. And then I had to pick some of them out.
Oh my goodness. Now, wait. Now, you were born and raised in Canada, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Still in Canada.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So, you mentioned that about growing up. And I know, and I want you to share with the audience because you said you had a lot of experiences where you were kind of verbally shut down and muted. And I believe you mentioned you went through some bullying. Was it just other kids, or was it also in your own family as well?
Well, I remembered through 8 years repressed memories, once I started on the path, 10 years sexual abuse growing up. So I went through that. So of course that anybody who goes through that becomes really shy. And, my main goal was to be invisible. That was actually my dream as a kid, to be a hermit. And I wanted to live in the mountains with my deer and dolphins and no people. That was my dream when I was a kid. And yeah, I had a speech impediment plus epilepsy. So, being at school, kids pick on, people who are different. And so I would go unconscious and fall down, have a petite mal or grand mal. So, and then a speech impediment, plus being really shy from my home life. And yeah, I just became really shy and scared of everything. I was just scared of everything.
Wow. That's really heavy. I'm so sorry you experienced that. Well, you're Cancer rising, and all that you described, we see that in Joy's third house, you guys. She has the Virgo sun, Uranus, and Pluto. And that's a great generational marker that really speaks to all that you are today, because Uranus and Pluto, that would let me know that, yeah, you did have these gifts in elementary school. That's the third house as a child, but that they were suppressed, but that you had to learn how to kind of awaken and activate them. And tell the audience, because your sixth house is Sagittarius, and that's like small pets, but you weren't connected to small pets. I know you got a dog now, but you were deeply connected to horses. And I didn't tell you this. I grew up riding horses every summer on Martha's Vineyard, my cousins and I.
Oh, really?
And I actually won two competitions. I got two first place. One year I came in like third or fifth place, had a yellow ribbon, but I still, my closet now still have two first place ribbons from competing in horse shows. And I love horses. So tell
Oh,
everybody
wow.
about your connection with the horses, because we literally see it in your birth chart.
Oh, I always loved horses. I think that was my first word I ever said was horse. I ever wrote, read books about horses, animals. I just until we got, the family got the first horse, and then I stayed with the horses. So I showed horses for 10 years, trained and exercised race horses for about 15 years. And before that, I just talked, slept, breathed horses. Everything was horses till I was about 33. And that connection, I didn't know about this inner work, and I didn't know about emotional connection. Like I said, I had no idea about feelings or anything like that, but I had that emotional connection with horses. And now looking back, I can see how I was always good with the abused or the traumatized horses, because I always understood that the horse themselves was not mean, and but it was they were conditioned that way. I had that innate understanding of that. And yeah, horses that other people, even on the racetrack, experienced horse people couldn't really deal with, I could deal with them. I just had that. And I can see now how getting in the work I am now, how that led me into what I'm doing now. But at the time I had no idea. But yeah, horses are, I mean, the connection with any animal, especially horses, it's just absolutely amazing.
Well, that is so powerful. So, hello. We want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Joy is going to check in and read some of the questions and comments. But I will say now, everybody in the chat, Joy will do some energy readings, so you can type in and share what emotional, stress or concerns you're having with yourself, finances, any blockages that you feel energetically, and then Joy can work with it and address it. So, Joy, you want to just say hello to everybody in the chat and see what who we have here and what they're
Okay.
saying?
Uh, yeah, looks like Kim Kala, Laura Watson. So excited to hear you speak again. So far, that's all I'm seeing here. But go ahead, and if you have any issues that you don't have to, you can put a sentence or two, and it can be about anything. About relationships, money, feeling stuck, career, health. It'll all be looked at from emotional or an energetic standpoint. Or if you just want a reading. If you just say, give me a reading, then just let's see what comes up.
Okay, that's great. So, I wanted to ask you this. When do you feel that you started to really awaken, even with your self worth, your confidence, your throat chakra, so that you could start to really live in your truth?
You mean when I started on the path or when I really started to awaken?
Well, tell us about both. I
Uh,
think it's fascinating. I
I would
mean,
say I started on the path. I was still on the racetrack, and I had gotten so extremely shy, like so shy that I lived on a 100-acre farm, and I was terrified of going off the farm. And usually I would go to the racetrack, but that one summer, one season, I didn't go to the racetrack. So I would spend 3 weeks on the farm and see nobody except for the guy I was with at that time and the horses. I was just terrified of people. And I realized then that something had to change. So one of the very first workshops I went to was the Tony Robbins Firewalk. And I remember saying a month before I went to the Firewalk, I'm just going to go to see, what it's like. I'm not actually going to walk on fire. Well, I was one of the first to walk on fire. And that was
Well, of course, Joy, of course you did. You have the Aries moon in the 10th house. That's literally walking on fire in
Yeah. Oh,
public.
yeah. Once I was there, I was like, and I started to learn about the mind and, Tony Robbins, he took us into visualization. I was running out there to go walk on fire. And that kept me going for about a year and a half after, because that was when I was 33, I walked away. Like my whole life up until then, everybody I knew had been with horses. And I realized if I was going to make a change in my life and I was going to, start on this path, I had to make a big change. So I walked away from everything I knew, the horses, the people, an 8-year relationship. And there were times after that I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? And, but yeah, that was an experience. The whole journey from walking on fire and then realizing I had to make a big decision and walking away from my entire life as I'd known it up until that point, like the past 33 years, and just saying, let's make a change.
So wait, in a roundabout way, did you just say Tony Robbins inspired you to break up with your boyfriend?
I wouldn't say he inspired me, but the lack of belief in he just yeah he didn't believe in what I was.
No, I'm
It
only
was
playing
over
with you.
anyways. But when I told him I walked on fire, he didn't believe it was possible, and so that was, yeah, it was just two different mindsets and beliefs.
That was a sign from the heavens. You're like, wait, you don't believe I walked on fire? Oh, I can't be with you
Yeah,
anymore.
there was a little more, yeah, involved in that. Yeah, so.
Oh my God, that is so funny. I love that. So, but then after that, then what really sparked everything to get you on this path that you're on now?
I would say, at first when we start on the path, generally for most people, we get into the talk therapy. And that was how I first really got on the path. But then I read it was actually the book, The Celestian Prophecy. And I was out of that book for years.
Oh,
And that was when I learned about energy and the chakras. And I did some work, or learning around chakras and the energy systems, and I was hooked. And ever since then, it's just, yeah, that's I can.
yeah. I still remember when I read that book and I was talking to people at like this house party in Brooklyn about it. And I was just like, you got to read this book. You got to read this book. And people are like, yeah, yeah, let's party, you know? And I was just, and it was so funny. It's funny that you said that because I still remember that. And I remember I still never finished it, but reading part of the Four Agreements. And I remember reading a good chunk of it. And that really, those two books were pretty inspiring. And so many
Mhm.
others, reading books by Zachariah Sitchin, The 12th Planet, that really opens you up and blows your mind to all that is out there. So, have you found that since you really started to awaken, was that kind of also what awakened your actual spiritual gifts? When did you start to recognize those and how you could affect, help, or heal others?
My dog just got up there. I think he'll settle down in a moment there. It was actually when I started on. It was actually when I first started on the path, and I did a coaching session. I went, wow, this made such a difference. And I realized right away that's what I want to do, to help others, to support others. And at first I thought it was going to be more coaching and talk therapy. And then as I align more and more with energy work, and like I had one client worked with me for about 6 months, say she'd been doing talk therapy, working with a counselor and sitting in front of them, and that for 40 years. She got more from me in 6 months than she did with 40 years of the talk therapy. And it's just because you've
Yeah.
got to shift the energy. And when I realized the power of that, and that was when I realized I could support people and support them through their pain, and so that they can come out the other side and see what a beautiful world we're living in, but also all the kind people that are out there. I mean, go beyond the news and beyond what people are saying every day and the majority of people are talking about, and look for, the kindness and the random acts of kindness, and be kind to somebody and then see the way they react to you. And that's my passion. That's my mission, is to really support people and awaken them to there's some amazing people out there and experiences and acts of kindness. Focus on that instead of what's going wrong in the world.
Exactly. And I'm sure Canada's not too different from America. I have a lot of Canadian clients and they tell me, I tell everyone, turn off the idiot box. The news, northeast, west, south, it's all it is misguiding you. And the news does not benefit us. My wife and I turned it off years ago, and the day after the insurrection here in America, and I haven't looked back. I still watch my
Hmm.
sports. I love sports, but I do not miss the news and being hanging on a thread of what's happening here, who's this, what's that. It's so negative, and I can tell you because I remember maybe a year or so after I turned it on for like 5 minutes, and instantly I was just like feeling this stress and anxiety and all the negativity. And I just couldn't even watch it. And you always have to wait till like the 28th or 29th minute of the half an hour news story to get the
Yes.
fluffy
Yeah.
nice piece, the old grandma or the three-legged dog or this or that, and we saved the kid, the good news, because you're dealing with over 20 some odd minutes of just negative, negative, negative fear, fear, fear. And I realized, and I've seen it since 2020 with the pandemic and just everything, that so many people are controlled by this fear and this media that it really serves them no good in their lives. And it's just like energy harvesting, that people just want to suck up all the positivity out of you so you could just stay in the lower vibrations and frequencies of fear, stress, and anxiety. And that's no good. And then it begets the hatred and the
Hmm.
division.
Absolutely.
Uh,
The phrase you use there, I've never heard before, which really sums it up: energy harvesting. And that's exactly what, because
oh,
there was a very powerful fear narrative marketed globally. And I mean, there still is, and there has been for hundreds of years, but especially at the start of, 2020 and going into 2021 and such. And that's fear is, I mean, it's a fear virus. We've all heard of that before. It's a fear virus, and
yeah,
it will weaken you. It does. It's the reason they want to inflict you with that fear virus is because it weakens you and you can be easily controlled. You will do you know what they say, and then you won't
yeah,
you won't feel free, you won't feel expansive, light. But you know what, I mean, Eric, there's so many beautiful non-physical light beings out there that are supporting us. And it was in 2020 that I thought about it, and I had to make a conscious choice, and I did, to consciously choose peace, and to not just choose it but to focus on it. And there's so much out there, but no, I choose peace. And my actions have followed that. I know a lot of people, and I used to think the same thing. Well, I should stay on top of what's happening. Why? Why do you need to stay on top of even the headlines of that heaviness
yeah,
or such? Why do you need to be caught up in the suffering when you can have compassion for those people? That's very different than feeling bad or sad for those that are suffering. You have compassion for them and encourage them either through your energy or your thoughts, or if you know them, through words, to lift out of that. But you don't have to feel sad or bad for them. Like, compassion is it's a fifth dimensional frequency, so compassion is a higher frequency emotion, and you can support people with that. But yeah, I choose peace.
I couldn't agree with you more, and that's so true. And that kind of leads to a placement that we share with the Neptune and Scorpio, and it's a very healing energy. And you have it in the fifth house of your creativity and heart chakra and stuff like that. And I tell people, that just what you said, the compassion, also the empathy. We hear of these wars and just all this stuff across the world and famine and everything, and we need to send love from our heart chakra, and we need to have compassion and empathy. But that's where we have to not be caught up in the kind of like the back and forth debates, what's right, what's wrong, who's right, what's wrong, picking sides, and the fear, because that's where you get into it like a dramatic show or soap opera, and energetically it's no good for you. And so you can kind of detach, but still send prayers and love and healing energy to a family member, a friend, or to complete strangers across the globe, because we do
Mm.
need that, and we need to hold that high frequency. And I love how you said the compassion, because you know what? Compassion and empathy, that connects to Neptune. So that is definitely like a high vibrational fifth dimension frequency. So you want to check in with the chat, see if we have any
Yeah,
other new
I can.
comments, and
Yeah,
if
there's been
anybody
a
has.
lot coming through.
Yeah.
Um, oh, congratulations, Laura. She says she unsubscribed from the New York Times yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, you don't need that anymore. Please don't.
Okay, I'm going to go back. 'Cause there's some. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Laura. Okay.
And let me just say to Laura or any new people in the chat, welcome. If you want and if you know, you can share your big three, your sun, moon, and rising. And I like to, give people a little breakdown of what that is. If you're new to the show tonight or to the chat, welcome.
Okay, so I'm going to start with this is Laura Watson, blocks with money and self-sabotage. Okay, so
Okay.
Laura blocks with money. Well, right away, anger comes up. Anger and feeling not good enough and not supported. And then, but it feels like a loop here that's okay. So, Laura, all the ways you're stuck in this loop of feeling not supported, feeling sorry for yourself, which comes from victim consciousness, which we're all working through on the path. And so feeling sorry for yourself and then angry because nobody's supporting you. And then what that does, it goes out it broadcasts out, and then others connect to you from that place. Okay, all of that, let's just gather that up. Okay, any part of you, Laura, and anybody else who this applies to, any part of you that does not want to let go of that, any part of you that wants to be stuck in being right, that nobody will support you, and feeling let down. Okay, whoa, throat chakra energy is coming in. That's really heavy. Okay, there's some heavy constricted throat chakra energy coming in here. So there you go. There. Any energy that is blocking your thoughts and your mind. Okay, so here's an exercise for you to do. So we're always thinking, we're always in our mind. We have like a Q&A going in our mind all the time. It's unconscious. We ask ourselves a question and we answer it. And if you're focused at all on negativity, that energy is releasing and it creates a cloud around your head, and then you're stuck in that. You're just stuck in that. So just clear the energy around your head. Just gather it up. Just gather it up. Put your hands through your hair, flick it off, and then just gather up the energy around your head. Put your hands behind your neck, right all the way to the front. Flick it off and just really clear, and spend some time doing that. You can do your whole body, but definitely do around your head and your neck, because you're always releasing that energy. And if it gets stuck in it like a dark cloud around there, then that's when your thoughts just keep looping and looping. And Laura, that's coming up because yeah, there you go. Just saying that your whole self relax. That'll make a big difference if you do that. And you can clear off your whole body, run your hands down your arms, your legs, bottom of your feet, and your energy field. Just gather up the energy from your field, flick it off, but definitely do around your head and run your hands behind your neck and all the way front. And then also do your solar plexus. So put your hands behind your mid back, bring it all the way to the front and flick it off, because your solar plexus that's your personal power. And if you're feeling in conflict or you've got a power struggle going on with somebody else, that's going to affect your throat chakra as well.
Mm.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, just take a deep breath in. I can feel like the energy just went like that.
That exhale, right? That's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. Okay, do you want me to go with another one here? Or?
Yeah, yeah, we got a bunch of comments. You could read the comments in the chat, and then if anybody else has any questions.
Kim Kayla, it looks like a general reading, please. Okay, so we're just going to focus on Kim's energy here. And slight tiny bit of anger, but then a fear. That was like the fight or flight I just felt there. And wanting to run away. Okay, so this is a fear of vulnerability. Oh, wow, that's a really, really deep hurt there. That's actually my legal name. I haven't changed it. I changed my name to Joy. So my legal name is still Kim. And
Ah.
there you go. So there's a really, really deep hurt here. And it's stuck there. You don't want anybody getting close to you. There's a fear this hurt is causing the fear of vulnerability. I wonder if you're in a relationship now because this fear of vulnerability is creating, even if you're really close, there's still a bit of a distance there. There you go. Okay, so I want to go into this because fear of vulnerability is big for a lot of people. So let's just witness the hurt and witness the pain in any and all ways in which, because of this hurt and pain you've gone through in this lifetime and past lives, you are keeping a distance, at least somewhat of a distance, so that nobody gets too close to
Mm.
really that it's that intimacy into me, you see. There you go. Your whole self relaxed. There's some sadness. There's also some gratitude there because there's a part of you that has been wanting, actually, your whole life to really, somebody to see really deeply within you. But it was like, how do you get to that place? And it feels like, and we don't need to know that exactly what happened, which lifetime it was. It's just seeing that place. And there you go. And that place within you that's been hurting and in a lot of pain and afraid of getting too close to anybody, not anything, animals are okay. There you go. Let's just bless that part of you and show that part of you compassion. And anybody else who would like to receive a blessing, be
And
blessed.
wait, and Kim and Laura, please put your if you don't know your big three, sun, moon, and rising, at least put your sun sign. I'm very curious. And yeah, and continue on. We have just we have some more comments, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it's so great. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sabali, I think it is,
Yep.
mentions how, yeah, childhood trauma impacts us. Absolutely. Everything we do. Okay, so Kimberly says, Kimberly, peace and love, everybody.
Yeah.
Harvest 8, a general reading on new relationships, business, and love to be specific.
Mm.
So those are 3 different areas. So, okay, let's focus on, okay, there's hurt in the heart chakra. Okay, so all the hurt that is centered and grounded in your heart chakra, and when I say grounded, I mean stuck. It's not really grounded, it's stuck there. And let's just witness that. Okay, whoa, there's some anger just came out there. And the anger was you wanting to, the anger was trying to protect you because you've been keeping your heart chakra closed for a reason so that nobody can get too close. And when we went in there, and this is the power of energy, is when the energy, the healing energy went in there, it opened up and that anger came out. So the anger has been behind the heart chakra protecting you. So not letting anybody get too close. But the thing is, this affects all relationships, business, personal relationships, intimate, romantic friendships. It affects all relationships. There you go. So there's all the ways anger you feel like you need to protect. There you go. Who was that? That was for harvest date. Yeah. There you go. Okay. So this person, anybody else who is
And
the
Harvest,
music
please
thing?
share and tell Harvest you can share your sun, moon, rising as well. Your big three. Welcome. Thank you for coming to the show.
There.
I love this. And so let me ask you a question about this because what I feel intuitively when you connect with people, it is so clear to me that it is sort of that the Sun Neptune sextile, right? Because it's this communication of the humanitarian of the Virgo service that you have. And then with the Neptune in the fifth house in Scorpio, it is that like energy antenna of healing from your heart chakra. And so, do you feel that when you tune in frequency wise to give these readings to people and just in general with your clients, is it more heart based for you, or is it a combination of like heart and intuition?
I'd say it's a combination. Yeah, a combination of both. It's really, I'm just listening to my guides. I just get out of my way. I just hear
Yeah,
my guides, whatever comes through. And then, yeah, because my heart's open. And I always set the intention before I do this, work with clients,
yeah,
anything like that, for it to come from, yeah, my heart, divine love, kindness, acceptance, and such,
yeah.
whatever the client needs for their highest and greatest good. So, yeah, it's a combination of both heart and intuition.
No, that's beautiful. Okay, so let's see. You could go through some comments. I see we got a couple people in the
Uh,
chat.
Yeah, Patricia, do I talk to dogs? If I'm not an animal communicator, I trained one, but yeah, I can hear sometimes. I'm going to come from the same as people, the emotional perspective. Just had something removed from his eye, tune into him and see how he's really is feeling these days. He's kind of humdrum. It's like he's doing okay, but he's not excited about life. He's just kind of life is. He would like to feels like he wants more grounding and to get out in nature more, like to have more fun, like a dog, just be a dog.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Oh, well, thank you, Patricia. And you can share your big three. Now, did Laura or Kim share their astrological placements?
okay, let me go. Let's see. Uh,
And if they don't know their
harvest
sun, moon, rising, just
harvest
their sun sign.
harvest 8 says Virgo sun, Gemini moon, and Capricorn rising.
Oh, the Capricorn rising, that Virgo sun is in the ninth house and the Gemini moon in the sixth house. So, that's really great. When you have the Gemini moon in the sixth house, you are very much connected in your daily routine to, like tapping in everybody. I wonder what you do for work, but you probably are a great communicator, maybe very talented and skilled with your hands. And that Virgo sun in the ninth house, maybe hopefully you had a good relationship with dad, but dad may have instilled some, positive beliefs or philosophies in you. That's the ninth house. And I wonder if you've moved away from your hometown. Chances are you probably light up when you are on vacation or when you've moved away from where you were born. So
Hmm, interesting. That
yeah.
astrology, I don't know anything about that. So this
Yeah,
is yeah.
but guess what?
Okay, so
It's
here's
another Virgo, right? Me and you, we got
here's
the Virgos here.
yeah. Here's another, Patricia, who asked about the dog and having something in his eye. I have Libra sun, Virgo rising, and Scorpio moon.
Oh, wow. Virgo sun in the 12th
No,
house.
sorry, Libra sun, Virgo rising, Scorpio moon.
Oh, okay. Virgo rising, Libra sun in the second house, Scorpio moon in the third house. Well, with the Virgo rising, I want to tell you, please make sure, Patricia, that you retire from negative self-talk. Virgo, you don't have to be perfect. Okay. Only God source creator is perfect. So please be kind and focus on your self-love. And that Scorpio moon, you could be a dynamic energy healer yourself, a Reiki master, massage therapist. You could be into investigation, science, or research. But that Scorpio moon is extremely powerful. And if you have any younger siblings, you may be very emotionally attached to them. And the biggest key or tip for advice for you with the Scorpio moon. Whenever you feel intense emotions, please do not hold on to them. They can create toxins in your body. Okay. You need to purge, release, and detox them. If you got to go for a walk, if you got to punch a pillow, scream or yell, do that, because if not, it can create ovarian or colon cancer. And you have Aquarius in the sixth house, so you could get some random, sudden, weird illnesses and sicknesses. And you always have to watch out for your ankle, shin, calf, and Achilles tendon in terms of your health as well. Okay. But that
Wow.
Libra sun in the second house, you probably have a very pleasant speaking voice, and you are probably very intuitive about relationships yourself. Okay.
Hmm. Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's go because Laura, I did a reading for her as well. So
Yeah.
she says Sun, Leo, Moon, Capricorn, Rising, Gemini. I don't.
Okay. Gemini rising, Leo sun,
Uh,
or
yeah.
Capricorn.
Okay. Oh, I see. She did it backwards. Okay. Yeah. So Leo, Sun, Capricorn, Moon, and Gemini, Rising.
Okay. So I'm a Capricorn moon, so I can speak to you very deeply in that. Sometimes growing up, we feel like our mothers didn't love us the way we wanted to. And a lot of Capricorn moons, like myself, can wind up later on in life. Capricorn moons has a Benjamin Button effect. So you will learn how to process emotions better probably after age 35 or 40. And you may even get to a place where you take care of your mother. I took care of my mother quite literally about 20 years. So, but when you have the Gemini rising, right, that Capricorn moon is in your eighth house. So you could be very into energy work like this, astrology, the occult knowledge. And you may even love to get herbs and plants from nature. You could be very much into the spirulina, burdock roots, sea moss, and that Leo sun in the third house. Growing up, you could have been really kind of big into like performing or entertaining or just wanting the spotlight on you, and you could be a very positive communicator. And when you're on social media, which is the third house, shine your light, put on bright colors, put on your reds, your violets, your yellow, your orange, like, and lead with your heart on social media. And you're probably a great communicator. And Leos, and I don't know if you know this, Joy, but Leo women, sun, moon, or rising, but mainly the sun and the moon, they give the warmest hugs. So I'm sure she's a great hugger, and I'm sure she's probably heard that before. And my friend who just read before with the Scorpio moon, you guys, my Scorpio birth chart sale is going on until November 21st. Okay, for all Scorpio sun, moon, risings, then you just reach out to me, Eric at biggieastrology.com, and I have nice discounts for Scorpios, either a live chart reading via Zoom, or I do a custom video summary, which is like a mini movie of your life. And it breaks down videos, their planetary placements, and you can even email me a picture and I put it in, because I literally make a movie with music and your whole chart. It's quite
Wow.
beautiful. So definitely reach out and find out about that. So this is
Here's
fun.
here's Kim Kayla because I connected with her first of all. I did a
And
reading.
Kim
And so
Kayla, it's
her,
KK, so that's like 1111, right? K is the 11th letter.
oh
So
right,
maybe she
okay,
sees a
here.
lot of
So
angel numbers.
this is so she's Leo Sun, Virgo Moon, Scorpio Rising, and then it says fifth placement of Virgo in 10th house.
Okay, so you are the Scorpio rising. So I want you to start to look. You can go to astro.com and look at the whole sign system. It's more ancient and more accurate. Okay. So the Virgo, right? If we have the first house Scorpio, the 12th house is Libra, the 11th house is Virgo. I'm a Scorpio rising, right? And I have my Virgo sun in the 11th house. So the Leo moon would be in the 10th house. So you could be someone who really does well over the internet, connects with groups. You could even be involved in a nonprofit or work in the entertainment field or for the government. The 10th house is the government, the father, the authorities. So I wonder if your mother was more like the dominant parent, having the moon in the 10th house. Sometimes the mother can be more, unless your son was there, but the mother could be more of the father role for you. And sometimes when you have the sun in the 11th house, the father can be more like a friend. It could be actually more like a friend, but you're definitely a natural humanitarian. Anybody that has the sun in the 11th house, and just like our Scorpio moon friend before, you can also email me and take advantage of the Scorpio birth chart sale, Eric at biggieastrology.com. It would be my honor and pleasure to work with you. So.
Awesome. Okay.
Is there
Uh,
anybody else? Well, now listen. Now we can do another. We can read some more comments, but if somebody has astrology stuff, or if you want to do like another energy reading, see if
yeah,
anybody.
there's somebody here. She says, well, the name is Love Reign Over Me.
Oh, that's a great
And
name. Welcome.
yeah, and it just says reading, please. So they want a
Okay.
reading, and
Yes, she
where
wants a
there
reading.
they are. Okay, so Love Reign Over Me. And interesting that because that's the name they're logged in with, but there's first thing that comes up is anger. So like their physicality is stuck in an anger energy. And yeah, okay, and that's causing them to really strongly dislike themselves because they believe in love, and this person believes in love. They love love. They love the feeling of love. They love everything about love. They love kindness, peace. But then there's some kind of wound within them that is keeping them stuck in anger, and the anger is being used as a defensiveness. There you go. Even just see as I'm speaking, we're shining divine light upon all of this, and it's being released as we speak and acknowledge it. That's what the big release there was. But now there's a little bit of fear coming up because that anger has been with them for so long, keeping them protected. See, it's a little bit like wearing your heart on your sleeve, and that's a big old world out there. And when you wear your heart on the sleeve, you're very vulnerable. So this person has that anger has up until now, they've believed, this is unconsciously, of course, not with awareness, that it's been keeping them protected. And there you go. But now that it's been acknowledged and released, so I can feel their sacral releasing,
Mm.
and there's some calmness there. There's some peace and ease. But it's like, how do I go forward from this place? So what I would suggest to this person here is, love, you're focused on love, you're all about love. Now, but what do you want to create in your life? So focus on, as much as you're focused on love, you embody love, you be love, you also allow yourself to create in your life, create what makes you happy, what uplifts you, what supports you. Give
Yeah,
yourself permission. Like there's a little bit, it feels like there's a little bit, but if I focus on my physical desires, then that delete the love energy within me? No, they work together. And I think maybe a little bit of acceptance around that will support you.
that's beautiful. And love, please welcome to the
And
channel.
here,
Shady
here,
Big Three
yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah, there they are. So we can do this right after that reading. It's Pisces Sun, Aries Moon, Cancer Rising.
Wow. Okay. Cancer rising, right? And then you have the Aries moon in the 10th house, right? And the Pisces sun um, in the ninth house. So you, just like our other friend with the Leo moon in the 10th house, your mother could have been, played a big role, in your life. Not that dad didn't, because having the Pisces sun in the ninth house, you may have been raised with some sort of dogmatic organized religion. And I'm not hating on organized religion, but when you have the Pisces sun in the ninth house, you may tend to evolve to become someone who's more focused on esoteric or occult knowledge, or just spirituality, and choosing for you to connect with God consciousness in your own unique way and through your heart. And that's really important. And I just want to let you know, the Cancer rising, you're going to have Mars. Right now it's in Leo, but it's going to be on your ascendant until April of 2025. And that's a long time. And when Mars is in Cancer, it's debilitated. So it can bring in a little bit frustration and anger on you. You may be more prone to protecting your family and be more assertive and aggressive. So, what I would recommend is try to increase your working out. And the best days to work out, you guys, right? Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Tuesday is the day of the planet Mars. So, you want to lift your weights, upper body, bench press, arms, biceps, shoulders. Thursday is Jupiter. That's your hips and thighs. Hiking, squats, leg press, going for walks. And then Saturday is the planet Saturn. That is your DNA, your bones, your lineage. It's the day of the Sabbath, a spiritual discipline. But on Saturday, you can be deep in meditation and prayer, but then also you can do the full body workout and lift, weights for the machines. But you never want to work out on a Monday. That's the day of the moon. Joy, people with 9 to 5s, nobody wants to go to work on Mondays because it's the moon day. It's a day of relaxation and introspection. Fridays, you don't want to work out because that's romance, that's date night, it's arts, culture, entertainment, because Friday is Venus. And Wednesday is a good day for your journaling, all your emails, because it's Mercury, or walking and deep breath work, right? Stretching, yoga. I mean, you could do that every day, right? But right now, with all these energies, that I hope you guys know, tonight you could put out your crystals. The Taurus super full moon is tomorrow, 4:29 p.m. Eastern at 24 degrees. It's conjunct Uranus, the spiritual awakener, which you saw part of that from Joy's gifts tonight in her third house, Uranus, Pluto, and the Sun in Virgo. But the moon will be conjunct Uranus and in a trine, making the final major aspect to Pluto and Capricorn, which is about to go to Aquarius for the next 20 years from
Wow.
19th. And oh boy, it's going to bring major changes for the collective. So I hope all you guys are ready. And all you new people that have come tonight, thank you. But please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And everybody in the chat, please hit the like button so everybody, we can share this and spread it around so everyone gets to hear Eric and Joy, Virgo healing and Virgo love power, and let it grow in the algorithm. So I appreciate that. So
Do you want to do one more here? There's a person who's asked for a reading, but they
yes,
also have the
please.
big three. So why don't I do a reading and then I'll give you the big three. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so this is E. Claybrook, and I don't know if that's a man or a woman. I can see it looks like you can barely see a picture. So
Okay.
I don't, let's see, E. Claybrooks. There's some happiness, some lightness, gratitude. So that's what shows up first. There you go. There's some uncertainty there. So you're not sure what direction to go in. So there's something you want to move forward with. It might be a business. It might be a relationship. It might, something in your life. It might be buying a house. There's something that you want to take action on, but there's uncertainty. It's like you're a little bit, which direction okay, and that's causing a bit of well, actually, a lot of anxiety. I can feel that's quite heavy. So, okay, so whatever that is, and if you're not sure what it is, we'll ask the universe to guide you because there's something there. And imagine that you make a decision and take action on that. And okay, there it is. So all the ways you're afraid of making the wrong decision, that if you make a decision and take action, then you're caught in that decision, in that tunnel, and you can't change your mind. Oh, let's just let that go. Yeah. Okay. That just released, there's a pressure in your higher heart there. So, and around your jaw area, and that just released. Okay. There's some happiness, but then there's, but it's like a tension, almost like you've been holding this energy for so long that you're you're afraid to explode. There's something you want to take action on though, but you've been undecided because it's going to mean you have to make changes in other areas of your life. And okay, so what I just heard you ask me is it right for me? You don't want to ask that. Right and wrong is a 3D dynamic, and it keeps you stuck in that fear-based dynamic. What you want to ask yourself is, one, if you're wanting to make a decision, does this make me feel lighter or does it make me feel heavier? It doesn't
Mm.
mean notice your initial reaction to that one, because fear might follow it, well, then I have to do this, this, this. But notice your initial reaction when you first thought of that. Did you feel lighter and more expansive and more free, even kind of, optimistic and excited? If it's okay if fear follows it, because sometimes when we do really exciting, expansive things, fear will follow that. Then you step into your courage. You take action despite the fear. There you go. And so that's one of the questions. And then give yourself permission to, I don't really like using the word, but give yourself permission to change your mind. I was going to say be wrong, but more than that, change your mind.
Yeah.
So you take action, and if you decide that's not for you, that's okay. You can, you change the course you took. But it's better to take action than just be stuck.
Yeah.
And there you go. There. Okay, so here's his big three. Where was it? Okay, I have to
And you
go
know
back
what's so
there.
great about what you just said too, Joy? For them, you guys, when we are willing to get uncomfortable and embrace something that's new or foreign to us and great change, that's where God blesses us and the miracles can happen. Right? We
Absolutely.
don't want to stay stagnant and comfortable and just Netflix and chill and having a big bowl of, berries or cake or chocolate on the sofa. No. When we get pushed and get uncomfortable and get out of our comfort zone, that's when we have the greatest growth in life. So always think about
Okay.
that.
So here's his or her big three.
Okay.
Leo sun, Leo, where did you go to there? New messages. Leo sun, Leo moon, Scorpio rising.
Oh, Scorpio rising like me, the Leo sun and moon in the 10th house. Well, you shine bright like a diamond. And both your parents probably are really always, been cheering you on and supporting you, I hope. And I would have to see other aspects in your chart. But, when you have the Leo sun and moon together, you were born on a new moon. Your parents were, connected deeply and you were really loved and wanted. So what you've got to do is anything, just like Joy was telling you, you have to choose it from your heart. Open up your heart chakra, and when you have the sun in the 10th house, you will face obstacles in life, but trust me, whatever you want to do, when your heart is into it, and when you put your full effort and heart into it, you will reach the mountaintop and achieve any goal that you set for yourself in life. And Scorpio rising, you can email me and take advantage of the birth chart sale as well. I'm glad we got a lot of Scorpio energy here tonight. That's
Yeah,
pretty good. We got Virgos, we got Scorpios, some Libras. So welcome, you guys. This is fun. So, Joy,
absolutely.
I want to ask you about this. Tell everybody about your course to action program that's just starting and they can still sign up for, and also your ebook.
Okay, well, if you go to my website, it's courageinaction.com. So that's courageinaction.com. You can get an ebook there. You just enter your email. It's called Messages from Spirit. So just look for that and that'll be sent to you right away. And the 33 Days of Healing program, it just actually started yesterday. So it's 33 days and that's on the website as well. It's 33 days of daily healing, remote group healing. It's 30 minutes, minimum 30 minutes. Plus there's 2 Q&A calls like I've been doing here, but I also work with callers. Those are close to 2.5 hours each. The first one's on Sunday, so you can get on that call live, and I take the questions as they come in. And then I also send out messages from Spirit that are audio MP3s. So you get some written and audios in the book, MP3s in the ebook when you sign up for that. So that's about 2.5, 3.5 hours. So there's a whole lot in this 33 days of healing. That's on the
Mm,
website. And so, yeah, they can check it out there. So again, it's courageinaction.com.
that is so amazing. That's exciting. So 33 days. What made
Yeah,
you pick
33
that
days.
33, the master number?
I like I don't know, something about it. It just feels fluid. Like there's a
Yeah.
fluidity with
That's
that
the number of
33 days.
Yeshua. Yeah, 33.
Plus,
Jesus, yeah.
yeah, but I didn't know that. I just liked it. And plus it's an angel number, it's
Oh
33.
yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, and it just So that's and there's a lot of value in it, and I get a lot of great comments on it. But that's on the website as well. The calls are really powerful. We do, I mean, we just touched on it here, but it's 2.5 hours of clearings and activations and light language and meditations and processes and questions and yeah.
That's beautiful. Now, what if somebody just wants to book a regular reading with you? Explain to the audience what you do in the reading and what they receive.
One is, well, we can do a 1 hour phone session,
Okay.
which is so working with, on the phone. That's more for people who want it in the moment.
Yeah.
And then I also work from a picture. So what you would do is just
Ah,
send me your picture and the various issues, what's been going on in your life. And what's on my website is called a scan and clearing. That's actually 2 hours.
okay.
And so that's like the full reading. And that goes, it scans all your chakras. And then in the clearing, we clear and activate. And it's called a scan and clearing, done from your picture. So it's ultimate inconvenience. I just send you the recordings and you can listen to them at any time.
And I can testify, you guys, because I sent Joy a picture and she did a magnificent reading for me. And it's so funny because in the reading, like she was doing tonight, she was kind of like laughing about me releasing something. And as she was laughing, I was laughing because she was right dead on. And, and in life, we have to, Joy, and I know you are aware of this, we have to be willing to laugh at ourselves and be introspective and to be honest and see where we are in our own way and where we're blocking ourselves energetically. And that's why I tell all my clients the key, number one, you guys, you got to have that self love. You have to love yourself. And that's what I love about the birth chart. I can see all your talents and gifts. I can see your vulnerabilities and where you need to heal your heart and your soul from childhood, from past lives. But Joy, her reading was amazing. So I highly, highly recommend it. And thank you again, Joy. It was so much fun and I loved it. So, okay, so let's see. You want to take a couple more questions in the chat and then we'll get ready for your. Joy's going to kind of end us out with an amazing meditation tonight, guys. So let's take a couple more questions
But
or comments or anything.
here's Harvest 8. He or she had a reading from both of us, and she
Yeah.
says, "Thank you, Joy. Definitely a bit of anger in my heart that I'm healing now. I'm going through a divorce, so
Oh,
that would." Uh,
okay. You're going to be all right.
let's see. I've got E. Claybrook just says, "Low, wow, thank you."
Oh,
And
good.
I laugh out loud. Sabili, who I did a reading for earlier. Wow, Joy, you are amazing. I want to work with you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your heart and beautiful gifts.
Oh, Sabala. Yes, that's my one. Yeah.
Let's see. Are there any more? Does anybody else want a reading here? Just sports kid.
Oh, Sports
Um,
Kid. Hey, Sports Kid. How are you?
oh, here's one. Okay, Indigo Tree. Okay, love the name right away.
Yeah.
Indigo
Hi,
Tree.
Indigo. Share
Uh,
your big three, too.
Hi, Joy. Would love an energy reading healing, please. Oh, Carrie. Okay, so this is Carrie. Very kind, very, very kind person, being, heart. And so, so kind, though, that sometimes you forget to stand up for yourself, which I know as an empath and caring, highly sensitive person, we can.
Mm,
But you're very, so Carrie, remember to, so my number one thing, what's coming through is boundaries, is
okay.
really learn boundaries, learn to ground yourself. It's the first four letters in the word selfish is self. Take care of yourself. It doesn't mean you're not caring about others. It doesn't mean you are, yeah, that you don't care about them, but put yourself, if you're flying in a plane
That's
and you
right.
hit turbulence and the oxygen mask drop down,
Got to
you
put you
put them
first.
on yourselves first. Exactly. Remember to take care of yourself. So you might want to do some work around boundaries. Just really pay attention to that. because you're so kind and caring that you want to do for everybody all the time. But then the thing is, I look at it energetically. So you want to give, 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 but your energy is just going out. It goes out, it goes out. You've got to start receiving as well. So boundaries and receiving would be two areas that you really want to like focus on and pay attention to. That
And
you're kind to everybody else, be kind to yourself as well.
that's so perfect, Joy, because what she can do is set this intention, right? This is not a new moon where we do have new beginnings and set new intentions, but it's a super full moon and it's in Taurus. So the moon is exalted in Taurus. So it's very close to the earth when it's a super full moon tomorrow afternoon. So what I want you to do is you can charge up your crystals, put them outside. This is for her, but for anybody, maybe get a glass jar, a mason jar, a glass jar, and set up some moon water. Use distilled or alkaline water. And what I want you to understand, or really to understand with this energy, it is time to walk into a new reality, the new version of yourself. So, the person who's going through the divorce before, let go of your old self in the past and those hurt wounds. Forgive your ex husband. Forgiveness, you guys, is a gift to yourself. So, just
Mm,
like Joy was saying, to put the oxygen mask on yourself, we need the self care and healthy boundaries. And Saturn is in Pisces right now until February 2026. It's asking us to literally have healthy boundaries, no energy vampires, compassion, empathy, grace, and mercy for yourself first, then for others. And please, all of you guys, no days off, 7 days a week. I'm serious. Spiritual discipline. I don't care if you're earthing, grounding, toning, uh, sound bath. Um, get the sound bowls. Um, if you're just doing guided meditations on YouTube, mindfulness, stillness, just turning off the technology and TV and just being quiet in your bed, yoga, stretching, hiking, walking, do something every day. And remember, the trees are sentient beings, so we have to ground in earth and nature. Ask them for wisdom. Trust me, Joy, I have to laugh at myself. At now, as a 54-year-old man, I am a straight up New York City hip hop kid. I am not embarrassed to say I hug trees. Yes, I do. I hug trees,
and uh,
and I ask the trees for wisdom. And guess what? It makes my life light up every day. So you guys, please take advantage of this energy tomorrow, because think of it in the Bible with Lot's wife. Remember when Lot's wife turned back, yearning, looking at the old world, the Sodom and Gomorrah, right? She turned to stone. Do not turn around. The structures and systems are crumbling. You guys see it, whether you're in America, Canada, Australia, it doesn't matter where you're at in the world. Political, financial, entertainment, celebrity. Celebrity's gone. Nobody cares about celebrities anymore. It's done. Let the old world go. And you need to move forward, right, with spiritual discipline, self love, and dream the big dream. The sun in Scorpio is conjunct Neptune in Pisces retrograde. So you can manifest the new reality for yourself and expect miracles to happen. And never tell the universe that you want, always thank it and receive with gratitude.
mm,
Okay,
absolutely.
so this is going to be a great time for you guys. So please take advantage of this Taurus super full moon tomorrow. It's not a game; it's powerful energy. Okay.
That was awesome. Like you said, and yeah, see it and give gratitude and receive. Okay. Do you want me to go into a bit of a process to?
Yeah. Well, let's take one or two more questions, and then why don't we go into a meditation? Let's just see if there's any more comments.
Yeah, there is. I would like one. That's all she says, Scooter. Oh, and there was somebody, E. Claybrook said he's a man, which it felt that way, but I
Yeah.
also didn't want to because it
Okay.
felt like
Welcome, E. Claybooks. Yeah.
okay.
Make sure you
Um,
guys like and
yeah.
subscribe. All right.
So,
Thank you.
uh, so Scooter B.
Hey, Scooter
I
B.
would like one. So I'm assuming you mean reading. So
Okay.
Scooter. Well, one that could be anything, but since
Would
it's
you
a
like some ice cream,
boy.
Scooter?
That sounds good. Okay, so Scooter, let's see. Okay, I got to center ground myself now. Um, okay, Scooter reading. There's a First thing that comes up is anxiety. I'm getting a little bit of feedback here, but that's okay. So, anxiety. Anxiety is fear and anxiety are interesting. Those are two that often, fear is about the past. So if you're stuck in the past and you can't seem to let go of the past, you're often in fear and you're just stuck there. Anxiety is actually a sign that you're moving forward, because as you start to move forward, as you start to dream about what's possible, even if you haven't physically taken action, you start to think about, man, I'd love to do this. I'd love to move or travel or write a book or go to a different job or start a business. That's when anxiety comes up, because anxiety is, well, that what's attached to that. Am I good enough? Will it work? What if I run out of money? But anxiety is a sign that you're actually moving forward in your thinking and your consciousness. There you go. Even just saying that, Scooter, I can feel how your energy has. Okay, so now your energy has relaxed, expanded, but now you're going into the core belief of not enough. And that is, just want to bring you up here again. The core belief of not enough. Okay, all the ways you are stuck in not enough, feeling like you're not enough, you don't have enough, you don't have the what it takes to succeed in whatever your thoughts are, like what your desires are. There you go. Okay, a little bit of anger there. And the anger is, see, as you open up, again, the anger often comes up as you expand, you start to grow, and you get closer to your goals, your desires, your intentions. But the anger is just trying to keep you stuck. There you go. Even identifying that. There, your whole self relaxed. Wow, that was a big release. Okay, so your energy just expanded. Now you're more in your heart. So, whatever your desires are, so you focus on your desires, and it might be going back to school and getting a degree, whatever it is. What you want to do is see it as if it's already happened. See it and feel it as if it's already happened.
That's
So, how are you going to feel once that happens? When you write that book, when you uh, travel, when you go back to school, when you quit your job, when you start a business, when you go on a show, how are you going to feel afterwards? Feel that as if it's already happened. And you can imagine it as if you're describing it to somebody else. Oh my gosh, when I did this, it was just amazing, and my heart was full of gratitude, and I was so excited, and I can't believe I did it, but I actually took that action. I'm so proud of myself. And what you're doing is you're creating an energetic form. And the more you imagine that and you feel that, it's only a matter of time. You're magnetizing that energetic form. It's only a matter of time until it takes place in the physical. So whatever your desires are, feel it as if it's, see it and feel it as if it's already happened, as if you're describing it to as somebody else. When you can actually describe it and you can get into, oh my gosh, it felt so good. My heart's so full of gratitude and I'm so happy and uplifted and excited. I actually did it. I'm so proud of myself. Then it's just a matter of time till it takes place in the physical, till you actualize it.
I love that. That is so powerful. And, thank you for all the new people here tonight. And before we close out, I just want to invite all of you guys here in the chat. Make sure you like this and subscribe to the channel and go check out Joy's website. But I also want to let you guys know tomorrow I have a special event, my astrological coffee talk, my mini coffee talk with Eric. It's at 8:30 p.m. live via Zoom. It's 75 minutes, only $13. I'm reading this is my astrology monthly meeting, Joy. It's really awesome. People come from all over the world. I'm reading the natal birth chart of Oprah Winfrey. And the question is saint or sinner? So if you come live, right, you can just email me tonight. I'll close it off tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, and I'll be sending out the Zoom link for everybody. It's only $13. And if you can't make it live, you could still pay the $13 and receive the recording, videos of her placements, her chart, and all the write-up graphics that I've created. It's going to be really powerful. Oprah, we know, the media icon. And there's been some controversies the last few years. So we're going to see the truth of who any human is. The birth chart, the natal birth chart, is the map of your life. the remembrance of her soul. And I'll be teaching this astrology lesson on her birth chart. She's the Aquarius sun, Sagittarius moon, and Sagittarius rising. And trust me, you could see Gail and Stedman in the chart. You can see when she lost her child at 14 years old. You can see when she started the Oprah Winfrey show. All these different things, we see it all through the chart. So it's going to be a lot of fun and extremely powerful. So if you'd like
Mm.
to meet me live and hang out, it's private, it's not on YouTube. Just email me, eric@biggieastrology.com. It's $13. You can, pay Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. My Cash App is $Biggie Astro. And the PayPal is my old business name, tailored to you coaching at gmail.com. Okay. So $13 tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Oprah Winfrey, Saint or Sinner. So it's going to be great. And I do
Mm.
2 meetings each
Wow.
month. So next month's going to be really fun as well. And you can always check my community page and you'll see I post, things about classes and services and offerings there. And you can always visit the website as well for all you new people, biggieastrology.com. But I hope I see you tomorrow night at Coffee Talk. It's a lot of fun. Okay. So, Joy, are you ready to take us out with a wonderful, beautiful meditation?
Okay, absolutely. Okay, so first of all, just allow yourself to receive that life force energy. Okay, any resistance about receiving, this is not with conscious awareness. Unconsciously, there's a part of you that is resisting. There you go, receiving that life force energy. Okay, any ways in which you believe you shouldn't receive, that you're not allowed to receive, that you don't deserve to receive, that you're not worthy of receiving. We acknowledge that, we witness that, and we realize how that has served you up until now. But now it's time to let go of the resistance to receiving. There you go. Give yourself permission to receive. Just as you give, you want to be in the flow of energy, the figure eight of energy, the infinity of energy. There you go. You know how to give. Now allow yourself to receive. And as you receive, your heart opens up, your energy opens up, you expand. Your understanding of consciousness, of yourself, of life, of humanity expands. There you go. Okay, there's some anxiety coming up, and the anxiety is because in this moment, your mind, body, spirit, soul, your energy field is expanded. It feels new in this moment. But what if that's okay? What if you allowed yourself in this moment for it to be okay, for your consciousness, your energy field, your heart, your love to be completely and absolutely expanded and connected with other divine beings, hearts, beauty, miracles, love. What if in this moment you just said to yourself, you know what? It's okay. I am safe. I am safe to allow myself to connect to divine love, to all that is, to beauty, to miracles, to kindness, joyfulness. And it's okay for me to allow myself to receive and to actually receive. And what if, as you received, your heart filled up, your entire self filled up with beauty, love, gentleness, understanding, compassion, acceptance, abundance, childlike innocence, fun and laughter. Just breathe that in. Just allow yourself to receive and breathe that energy in. It's all energy, whether it's in its physicality or its energy. As your eyes see it, it's all energy. Just allow yourself to accept and breathe that in. Receive, just as you know how to give. It's a muscle you've used many, many times. Now allow yourself to receive and be in the flow of life. Be in the flow of life. There you go. Take a deep breath in and let yourself Be centered, balanced, and grounded into radiant, divine bliss, light, and love. Soshokabasawalaka, awalasa, soshokabasawalaka, walasoshoko, kobasa, babaka, tukabase, babaka, soshokabasawalaka, walasoshoko, kobasa, soshokabasawalaka, soshokabasawalaka, babaka, soshokabasa. There you go, my friend. Namaste.
That was wonderful. Joy, oh my gosh. I got to tell you, when two Virgos get together, this was so much fun. It was really beautiful. I thank everybody who's been here tonight, coming in
Can
the
you say your email again, Eric? Somebody just
Yes,
asked me.
yes. So my email is my name, Eric, ERIC, at my business name, Big, BIGE, Big E Astrology.com. Eric at BigEastrology.com. And trust me, you could spend $13 at Starbucks, which you shouldn't be doing anyway, but you should spend it with me tomorrow night. It's going to be, as I like to say, a stone groove, but a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And what I love, Joy, is people come from all over the world. And that's what's so fun about Coffee Talk. I created a safe space where people could talk about astrology, esoteric knowledge. People come with their own different spiritual and intuitive gifts, and people make friends there. They exchange, business information. People have booked readings with other people because people come with other services and gifts and modalities. It's really a fun space, and I love teaching astrology to the collective. So I hope I see you tomorrow night. And if you do miss it, like I said, you could still pay and receive the recording, but you'll have two options to come in December. Okay. In December, I haven't decided both of them yet. The mini coffee talk, which is 75 minutes, $13. I think I'm going to be doing Miss Jaguar Wright, who's been pretty controversial lately and she's been telling on people in entertainment business about what's been going on. And then I'm going to get back to the politics. A few months ago, Joy, I did Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. And now he was running for president, but now he stopped, but he's going to be a part of Trump's, I guess, cabinet. I'm going to be doing the natal birth chart of RFK Jr. So that's
Mhm.
going to be fascinating because he's very focused on health. He's a bit of a rebel black sheep, but if he can get fluoride out of the water and change Kellogg's and these companies with the toxins and food in America, because in Canada, you guys do better with health and food than we do here. America, we can't even send our food to other countries. Not American food. They have different versions. So there's a lawsuit and there's protests right now in Michigan of the big company Kellogg for the cereals because they put the dyes in the food, and it's just terrible. Our country, we get poisoned every day, our food and water and air. And so that's something that RFK Jr., and I may mix it in with someone else. Last month I did Justin Bieber and Ashton Kutcher. So I may mix RFK Jr. with another interesting figure. I haven't decided who yet, but please come. It's a great time. And I hope I see you tomorrow night. Eric at BigEastrology.com. And all you Scorpio people, email me too. You take advantage of the Scorpio birth chart sale. It's a lot of fun. You have two different options, live over Zoom with me, or you can get a video recording, which is a mini movie of your life. It's a 40 to 50-minute custom video summary. It's normally priced at $300. It's only $251, and the live chart reading is normally $200, and the sale is $161. So big sales for my Scorpio people, because I am a Scorpio rising with Venus, Jupiter, and Neptune on the ascendant, all in Scorpio. So definitely, you want me to investigate your chart. Oh, Joy, this has been so much fun. And
Absolutely.
I'm so glad you healed from the horses. I know that energy because I was with them when I was a kid too, and they're magical. And it's so funny, Joy. When I got home, you guys may not know, a lot of you new people. In 2021, I almost died, and I was in coma for 40 days. And soon after we got home, around the Christmas holidays, and I came home only November 20th, okay, in 2021. my wife had scheduled a trip around the Christmas holidays with my sons and my mother-in-law to go ride horses. Joy, I was petrified. I didn't think I had the breath or the strength or energy to even climb up and get on
Wow.
top of a horse. And I did, and it was the best experience. So I know horses are so healing. And,
Wow.
yeah, it was a great experience, but I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty scary because I'm used to riding horses, but not after, losing
40 days in a coma.
not after 40 days in a coma and rehab,
Wow.
and I
Wow.
I was still getting my bearings in terms of walk. I had to learn how to walk, talk, swallow, breathe, everything again.
Wow.
Everything. So
Amazing.
this was amazing. So Joy,
Mm.
you'll have to come back again. You can't be a stranger. This was so much
Absolutely. I
fun.
would love to.
Yes, and everybody, please reach out. Joy, give them the website again, and also give them your email, unless it's on the website, if they just want to ask you questions.
Yeah, its website is Courage in Action, so courageinaction.com. And the website is the same. It's just Joy, my name, Joy, at courageinaction.com. And you can also get hold of me through the website. But yeah, you can just email me directly. If you have any questions about the 33 Days of Healing program, just email me directly or go on the website.
Oh, I
And get
love
that,
it.
sign up for that free ebook. It's
Yeah, get the
quickly
free
emailing.
ebook, you guys, and reach
Yeah.
out to Joy because that course to action, that sounds incredible. And 33 days is going to be fantastic. So, all right, you guys, enjoy the Taurus super full moon tomorrow afternoon. And just vibrate from your heart chakra and love, and remember always, knowledge is love, right? That's my eism. If you ever have to guess, assume, or believe, you can do that wrong. So therefore, keep the ones you love in the know, right? Because therefore, knowledge is love. So there you go. This
Wow,
has
love
been
it.
episode 267 with the amazing Joy Baker. And I'll see you again next week. I've got a great podcast you guys got to watch coming up next week with Miss Viviane Chauvet, an Arcturian avatar, an Arcturian ambassador, a teacher, an author, podcast host, and she really connects us to the galactic. That should be coming out, I believe, on Wednesday. So stay tuned for my podcast, Knowledge is Love. Have a good evening, you guys. Thank you, Joy.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.